All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Basham, Yahweh Shai, Basham, Rukaka Dash. Second of all, double honest to the apostles at Great Millstone. Um, yeah, so I'm going to get straight into it. Yeah, you've got this individual here. I'll read it. It says, man armed with a knife arrested close to Buckingham Palace. Now, to get straight to the point, this individual that you see on the screen, this individual here, uh, basically, if you see this individual, anybody that's in England or whatever, or London, should I say, any of the camps and all that, basically, you just tell this guy to get to step, mate, because you know, this dude is dodgy, he's unstable, and as you can see, he went up to Buckingham Palace armed with a knife, and they arrested him up there. Now, this dude, he's not part of Great Millstone or nothing like that. He's not a Hebrew Israelite or whatever, but he's come up to the camp before, and he stood in the crowd. He's kind of tried to agree with certain things that we've said. And you just can't trust people like this. Whether he's an agent or whether he's just bugged out. You can't trust people like this, man. And pretty much what he does as well. He's come up a few times. Just stand in the middle of the road. There's like a path in the middle of the road. He'll have a mask on his face, and he's just standing there by himself, like just across the road at the middle of the road, staring at the camp. So, like I said, this dude ain't right. I'm gonna read the article, and I'm just gonna go into it. It says, "Man armed with a knife arrested close to Buckingham Palace." And this is the dude here, man. So, like I said, if you see him, because he likes to, like I said, even after the camp, he come up, yeah, no, he said he knows about us, and he's trying to act like he agrees with what we're saying, and and all of this. But we ain't, trust me, man. A dude like this, you just want to tell this dude to step. If you see him at your camp, just say, look, dude, you just got to keep it walking. Anyway, that was the point. It says, a man has been arrested in possession of a knife near Buckingham Palace. An eyewitness said he saw a man surrounded by officers and handcuffed as he sat in the mall around 10:40 a.m. Tuesday. Now, this article says close to Buckingham Palace, and the next one says it was right outside. So you know what he saw, because what I realized is there's many different articles on this, and they actually changed the details, because in this one they don't mention in this article that he basically said that he was going up there to see the Queen. They took that out. It says a police van arrived with lights flashing and drove him away. The arrest happened shortly before the Queen was driven from the palace for an engagement with the Duke of Edinburgh at St Paul's Cathedral. They are attending a service to mark the centenary of the Order of the British Empire. A spokesman for the Metropolitan Police said the incident is not believed to be terror related. So they said that even though he was up there with a knife, going up to Buckingham Palace saying he wants to see his mum, who's the Queen, they still never did him on terrorist charges. They actually charged him on for just possession of a bladed article. Right, a man has been arrested in the mall SW1 in possession of a knife. Patrolling officers detained and arrested the man in the mall at about 10:40 a.m. this morning. So you don't want to do like this coming up to your camp, man. This, like I said, this dude's got nothing to do with us. We don't even know the dude, you know. But he might just pop up at your camp, man, talking to himself. So like I said, you got to tell that dude to step. Said no one was injured at the incident, and a knife was recovered. The man was taken to a central London police station, where armed troops are to be deployed to guard key locations such as Palace, Downing Street, the Palace of Westminster, and Embassy Scotland Yard. Soldiers will replace armed police at many sites under Operation Tempora, which is being enacted after security experts warn the government another terrorist attack could be imminent. See, so the link in the same article talking about this dude, they're mentioning the terror attacks that happened, because what happened is he, right after the one of the terrorist attacks that happened um up there in over there in England, in Manchester, and some others, he the next day or whatever, it was the same time when terrorist attacks were happening, he went out and went up to the Buckingham Palace with a knife. That is fishy. So like I said, you see this geezer, you tell that geezer you to step it on, Because like I said, he disappeared, then he popped up again. He just popped up out of the blue. We just seen him across the road, just standing there looking at us, talking to himself. Then he crossed the road, then he was kind of near, and then he did. So you just got to tell this dude to keep walking, man, because I don't know what this dude's doing, hanging around, which doing things like this. It's just, you would have thought they would have sectioned the dude like this, you know, especially when it was around the time of all this. Look, it says Monday night's attack at the Manchester Arena after a concert by US pop star Ariana Grande left 22 dead. So they're linking. So in the same article, where they sent the army out, and you know, they said basically it was a intense moment, and you got this geezer, this Jake, coming up to the palace with a fucking knife, with a fucking bladed article, mates. Come on. Okay. So, I mean, I got the point out of that, but look, in this whole article, all they're talking about is terror, terror, terror. Okay, let me get the next article. Excuse me. Now, this one says, man with knife arrested at Buckingham Palace just seconds before Queen passes. So, you see the things that they're harping on. Let me see if this plays, actually. This is the Queen.
Move along, everyone, move along.
Police. Yeah, there's no face out in this one. I'll show you the face again. Some long-bladed article, man. Police stormed to the scene shortly after it was announced that the changing of the guard ceremony has been cancelled. See, and look, I said all they're talking about here is ISIS and terrorism. So you don't want a dude like this anywhere near you, walking around with a fucking blade. This dude's out of his fucking skull. Now, I don't know if he's MK Ultra'd. I don't know, because he's definitely got issues. He even said that, you know, when he came up one of the times. So you just don't know with these dudes, man. You know, you gotta have your eye on these individuals. Okay. So I mean, I hit the point, man, because let me see if see, they're kind of trying to say, yeah, well, we detained him. In the other article, it gives you a bit more details of, you know what station they took him to and all that, but that's irrelevant. But I'm gonna show you something, and then check this. It says, man with knife at Buckingham Palace was there to see his mum, the Queen. Come on. So I'm gonna get a couple of scriptures out, and then that was the point. So like I said, there's the bladed article. You know, you gotta keep your eyes on these, because you're gonna have agents and stuff. You know, you got the history with Nero and that. They said they started a fire and blamed it on the Israelites, man. So, like I said, this is the geezer. Yeah, if you see him, you tell that geezer to fucking take a walk. You don't want nothing to do with people like that. Maniacs, man. We don't promote walking around with knives. Like I said, it's got nothing to do with us. You know, we don't even know the dude. And I'm just putting that out there because he's come up, and you know, Esau is the devil. He's come up on the camera. You know, he might nod his head, acting like he's in agreement with what you're saying and stuff like that. So this is a disclaimer as well. You know, we don't fucking have nothing. We don't know this individual. We don't promote what he's doing. We got nothing to do with this dude. With this maniac, madman. Okay, let me get this out. Right. Matthew 10 and 15. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. You know, it says, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So you got to have your eye open and be vigilant and looking around, man. And harmless as doves. You ain't supposed to be walking around with no effing knives. What the hell are you doing going up to the Buckingham Palace with an effing knife? You know, a dude like that really needs to get his ass detained, man, and flipping putting because that's just off. We ain't do that. We don't do that. We teach against carrying knives, man. It says, but beware of men, for they shall deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my name's sake. So according to this scripture, we know that the elites want to deliver us up to their councils, and they might try and get you on false charges and stuff like that, link you to that so-called terror and stuff like that, and stuff like that. So you just got to be mindful. You got to be wise as serpent and harmless as dove. You got to be mindful of these things and people or individuals out there like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the point. I made the point. We're in a time where to Revelation 12:12, the devil comes down with wrath, knowing he's got a short time. So these devils send out agents or disinformation artists. They throw out a lot of disinformation. There's many weapons that Esau's trying to come with, man. Psalms tells you that, man. They shoot arrows at the perfect in secret. So, you just gotta have your eyes open and watch out for these dudes. Anyway, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai Basham Rakah Kadash, guide all the Akyam and that. Which the Lord will guide brothers. We got faith in that. It's our time to basically get on out of here and for Yahweh Shai to rule, man, on the planet Earth with the elect. So that's why these devils are getting mad and coming with tactics. So hopefully the point come out, but that was the point really. So with that I'm gonna say shalom.